Good morning, Montgomery. I said, good morning, Montgomery. That's what I'm talking about. How are y'all doing this morning? I tell you what, y'all are a fine-looking group. Some of y'all must be taking pictures later today or something because everybody in this group looks wonderful. Give yourselves a round of applause for looking so good this morning. Well, my name is Revis Gertman. I'm a former educator and principal, and I work for the most wonderful nonprofit in Alabama, the Liberty Learning Foundation. And we are here today to do some amazing things with you guys. This is just the kickoff. And as is customary with all of our events and things that we do, I'm going to have some helpers to come up here in just a moment to lead me in the pledge, to lead us in the pledge. And boys and girls, when I call their names and they get up here, I want you to give them a wonderful round of applause for being so courageous. From Davis Elementary, I have Tori Lucas. From Dozier Elementary, I have Serena Jarman. From Highland Gardens, I have Jalen Shavers. From Morning View, I have Gabrielle Sankey. From Brubaker, I have Trinity Hall. And from Danley, I have Zion Robertson and London Champagne. All right, right here, boy. Right here. Right here. Come all the way over just a little bit. Right here. Perfect, perfect, perfect. I'm going to bend this down. And then you right here, I'm going to have you say, well, everyone please stand for the pledge. Okay? And then when she says that, you're going to say, attention, salute, pledge. You ready? All right, go. Hold on, wait. Let them come.
Everyone, please stand for the pledge. Attention, salute.
Pledge.
Attention, salute, pledge.
I pledge allegiance.
Of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, so you may be seated.
You may be seated.
All right. Good. Go back, go to your seats. Thank you, boys and girls. Give them a big old round of applause. All right, it's almost showtime. Now, I can't help it. I get a little excited sometimes. But I like to do a roll call to see who was in the house. Now, I know we're in Montgomery, right? Okay. And we are at the historic Davis Theater, right? Okay. On a Troy University campus, is that right? Very good, very good. Let me see here. Where is, now when I do, I need you to let me know that you're in the house, okay? When I call your school's name. Is Davis Elementary here this morning? Okay. Somebody told me that Dozier was here as well. Where are y'all at? Okay, I see you. What about Highland Gardens? Woo! Where is Morning View? What about Danley Elementary School? And last but not least, let me hear it for Brubaker. All right, I think we got everybody here. I think we got everybody here, and I think we are ready. Well, boys and girls, as I mentioned to you earlier, welcome to this exciting event. You are going to be a part of the Next Great America's nationwide tour today, because we've stopped in Montgomery to share some very, very powerful information with you, and I'm going to bring out a very good friend of mine here shortly. The Liberty Learning Foundation, as you know, boys and girls, is on a mission to make sure that you are excited about learning what your role is going to be in our country's future. in your community's future, because you are going to be the next great Americans. Now, I don't know if you had a chance to see our big blue bus because it was parked in the back today, but do you know who's on that bus? Somebody tell me who's on that bus. Say it again one time. Oh, y'all know who's on that bus. She is here to talk to you today about lessons of liberty and freedom and hope and opportunity for all of us. Not just some of us, but for all of us. And if I'm not mistaken, I think you're going to see her in just a few minutes popping up on this screen right behind me. So take a look.
We are Americans.
I have a dream that one day this nation will rise up, live out the true meaning of its creed.
Ask not what your country can do for you. Ask what you can do for your country.
Super citizens, let's get loud for Libby. Let's give her a countdown. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Good morning, students. How you doing? Good. That is a beautiful sound. My name is Lady Liberty. You might also know me as the Statue of Liberty. But did you know that none of those are my given name? My official name is Liberty Enlightening the World. But since we're all friends here today, you can call me Libby. Now, who can raise their hand and tell me what the word liberty means? That's right, freedom. Shout it out, 1, 2, 3. Liberty means freedom, or to be free, and that's what I stand for. I am a symbol of freedom in the United States of America, and that's exactly why I've decided to get down from my pedestal, get on the Next Great Americans tour bus, and visit students across the country, because I want to spread the word about our great history, our freedom, and to tell you how you are already the most important part of our future. Also, I was getting really tired of holding this heavy torch. Everyone needs a vacation, you know? All right, I have a couple of volunteers that are going to come help me out. From Brubaker Primary, I have Trinity Hall from Miss Brooks' class. And then from Danley, I have Zion and London. Give them a huge round of applause. While they're making their way up here, raise your hand if you've ever been to visit me in my home in New York City. I see some hands. Come here. Let me tell you, I love having visitors. It is my very favorite thing. But for those of you that have never been to visit me, come over here. You're going to notice some very big differences. All right, tell me your name.
Trinity Hall.
Trinity. Hi, Trinity. Can you hold this for me super tight? Really tight with both hands. Tell me your name.
Zion.
This is Zion. You girls are beautiful. Can you hold this for me really tight? And then we're going to pass it to you in just a second. Tell me your name. All right, guys, do you see this 3-foot mark right here? All right, so if you come to visit me in my home in New York City, you're going to see that this is the size of my mouth. It's about the size of an electric guitar. Oh, like that. All right, so hold super tight, girls. All right, we're gonna go right here. Hold that super tight. All right, you see this 4.5-foot mark? Okay, if you come to visit me, you're going to see that this is the size of my nose. It's about the size of the average 5th grader. Oh, or Harry Potter. All right, so here we're gonna come all the way out here. Hold it super tight, girls. All right, you see this 8-foot mark? Hey, what do you think this is? All right, so if you come to see me, you're going to see that this is the size of my finger. It's the size of a car. Oh, like that. Can you give these beautiful girls a big round of applause? Thank you so much for being my helper. Thank you so much for being my helper. You can go back to your seat. Thank you so much for being my helper. You can drop it. You can drop it. Perfect. Thank you. All right, so you know how I told you I love having visitors? Well, about 4 million people come to visit me each year. Hey, that's a lot of selfies I get to be in the background of. Do you want to take a selfie with me right now and we can look at it later? Awesome. Well, let me get my selfie stick. All right, guys, so don't stand up, but you can certainly pose. On the count of 3, we're going to say Libby. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Libby! Awesome. Okay, so I told you when you come to visit me, you're going to notice I'm going to look a lot different than I do now, and I have a really good example. Do you guys know your shoe sizes? What are they? Shout them out. 2, 4, 5, 3. I see it. All right. Well, guess what mine is? 879. And from the ground to the very tip of my torch, I'm about 305 feet tall. That's the size of a football field. One of the favorite things that my visitors love to do is to see the view from my crown. In order to get to my crown, you have to climb 354 steps. But once you're there, there are 25 windows. You can look out those windows and see the beautiful view of New York Harbor. I have 7 rays or spikes on my crown. Each one represents the 7 seas or the 7 continents of the world. Oh, speaking of seas, when I'm on my pedestal, each one of these spikes is the size of a great white shark. Oh, that scared me. All right, so one of the first things people notice about me other than my height is my color. What color do you think I am? Green. Well, that's true. That is true of my good friend Shrek. We all know him, right? Shrek the ogre. Well, I think my color is a little more sophisticated than that. You see, my outer layer, or my skin, is a very thin but strong layer of copper. It's about the thickness of only 2 pennies put together. You see, when I was first built, I was this dull brown color, much like a penny. But over time, I turned this beautiful blue-green copper color called patina. How do you think that happened? Was it magic? No, it was science. A natural weather process called oxidation made me this way. You see, when air and water react with copper, it causes oxidation, or patina. Pretty cool, right? All right, so when you come to visit me, you're going to notice I hold 2 things in my hands. In my right hand is my torch, and my torch is what lights the way to freedom. And in my left hand is this tablet. What do you think the letters on this tablet represent? Close. July 4th, 1776, which is the date of American independence. Another fact that a lot of people don't realize, it's hard to see down here at the bottom of my robes, but I have chains around my feet. But these chains are broken. They symbolize our freedom from oppression, and they tell us that we, as American citizens, have the right to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Hey, now you know more than most people. Oh, you know how you have a skeleton under your skin, right? Well, I also have a skeleton skeleton, but mine's not made of bone. Mine's made of iron and steel, and it was designed by this man, Alexander Gustav Eiffel. Now, Mr. Eiffel also designed something else very famous. What do you think that was? That's right, the Eiffel Tower. Mr. Eiffel, who also designed the Eiffel Tower, designed my skeleton. Now, the Eiffel Tower is in Paris, France, and that's also where I was originally built. I know what you're thinking. If I was built in Paris, France, all the way across the Atlantic Ocean, how in the world did I wind up standing in New York City, here in America? That's right. When they built me, they put me together one piece at a time. In the workshop, there'd be artists way over there working on my hands, some artists way over there working on my feet, and some artists way over there putting the tiny details on my torch. When they finished with all the parts of me, they put me together. But then after all that hard work, they had to take me all the way apart again. They loaded all the parts of me into large wooden boxes called crates. I came here in 300 different pieces in 214 crates. They loaded those crates onto a ship, and we sailed across the Atlantic Ocean to my home here in America, where they put me back together again, like a puzzle or a Minecraft figure. Or the most gigantic Lego structure ever. Pretty cool, right? And then on October 28th, 1886, which is considered my birthday, there was a huge celebration to welcome me home to America. Thank you. So, if you come to visit me on my island, which is called Liberty Island, you're going to see another place, Ellis Island. Now, this is Ellis Island right here, and what do you think this is sticking out of this island? That's right, it's me. And what did I say the name of my island was? Liberty Island, that's right, good job. So a lot of people think that there's just one island, and I'm on Ellis Island, so guess what? Now you guys know even more than most people. But Ellis Island is right next to Liberty Island, and its history is so important. It was an immigration station, which is the first destination people come to when moving to America from all over the world. It's now the world's largest immigration museum, and you can visit it when you come to visit me. Now, I saw many ships sail into New York Harbor over the years. Often, as they would sail past my island on their way to Ellis Island, the immigrants would pile on the decks of the ships just to get a glimpse of me. Hey, do you want to do something with me? Okay. You have to close your eyes and listen. I want you to imagine you've been on a long, hard journey.
All you young sailormen, listen to me.
Keep them closed.
I'll sing you a song of the fish in the sea, and it's windy weather, boys, stormy weather, boys.
All right, I want you to imagine you've left your homeland in search of more opportunity, more freedom, more peace. Maybe you're hungry. Maybe you're freezing cold, but you're excited because you see land. A place called the Promised Land, the United States of America, and you are greeted by a huge lady in green who welcomes you and promises to watch over you and protect your freedoms. Now, open your eyes. So, that's just how it would happen. Do you know that when people would see me for the first time, they would clap and cheer and sing songs to me? Do you know sometimes they would cry, but not because they were sad, but because their long journey was over. They were so close to being free, to being an American. And that's exactly how it happens today when people come to New York, by plane or by boat or by car, like many of you might have. So do you think that everyone that comes to America passes the Statue of Liberty? No, we all had different stories. There were Native Americans here before the Europeans arrived. Some of you may be descendants of those Native Americans. While some of our ancestors, unfortunately, they were brought here against their will. And others, even today, have to flee their homeland in search of safety and opportunity on American shores. Perhaps Martin Luther King Jr. said it best. We may have all come on different ships, but we are in the same boat now. So while we all have different American stories, boys, girls, young, old, yellow, red, white, brown, black, or even patina, we all share in the same freedoms and bright futures that are made possible by the things that I stand for: opportunity, hope, and liberty. Do you know that some people have gotten so emotional, they've even written poems about me? How many of you have ever written a poem? Raise your hand. Oh, I see a lot of hands. That is so great. Do you guys know that poetry, music, and art are really wonderful ways of describing things when our plain words, they're just not enough? So I'm going to share a poem with you right now. It's written by a lady named Emma Lazarus, but I want you to remember something, okay? It's not just about me. It's about every single one of you here today. Miss Lazarus had a beautiful and powerful way of saying that I am the world's most enduring symbol of freedom to everyone who lives here and is coming here in search of a better life. The poem is called The New Colossus, and it goes like this. Not like the brazen giant of Greek fame, with conquering limbs astride from land to land. Here on our sea-washed sunset gates shall stand a mighty woman with a torch, whose flame is the imprisoned lightning, and her name, Mother of Exiles. From her beaconed hand glows worldwide welcome. Her mild eyes command the air-bridged harbor that Twin Cities frame. Keep, ancient land, your storied pomps, she cries, with silent lips. Give me your tired, your poor, your huddled masses yearning to breathe free. The wretched refuse of your teeming shore, send these your homeless tempest tossed to me. I lift my lamp beside the golden door. What do you think? Thank you. Do you guys think you can learn that? Yeah, I bet you can. All right, so luckily my being here today is just the start of the exciting Super Citizen program that you guys are about to begin. You're going to learn more about me, our history, and how you already hold the most important title in the United States of America. Do you know what that title is? I heard it. That's right. The title is citizen. Say citizen. Awesome, guys. You are citizens, but you're not going to learn all these lessons from just me. I have a very special friend I'm going to introduce you to. His name's Mr. Palmer, and you could kind of call him my helping hand. Let's see if he's around. Mr. Palmer! Mr. Palmer? Do you guys see him? I wonder what he's doing. Mr. Palmer! Oh, I know what it is. Mr. Palmer's a super citizen, and there's only one way you can call out a super citizen, so you guys have to help me. We have to chant USA. Go! USA! Keep going! USA! 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 Oh!
Well, my goodness gracious. Look at all these fine folks in here. And how are you today, Miss Libby?
I'm doing great, Mr. Palmer. How are you?
Couldn't be better now that you brought in these fine young'uns. My goodness. And how are all of you doing today?
Oh, wait.
Yeah, that's just great. Now, as Libby said, my name is Mr. Palmer, and I'm in charge of Hands on Liberty.
You are not in charge.
Huh?
It's a team effort.
Excellent point, Boz. My apologies. Anyway, this here's Boz, a yellow computer thingamabob and a big part of our team.
And I'm in charge. Just kidding.
Yeah, you're hilarious. Anyway, as Boz said, at Hands on Liberty, we work together to teach you about your important role in making this country, our world, a better place. I know, you're young, I get it, we all were, but you still hold one of the greatest titles you can have on this earth, and that title is citizen. And our Hands-On Liberty team is going to teach you how you can become something even better, a super citizen. And what a team we have. First of all, we've got Artie, our resident artist, Miss Hanley for fun facts, Mr. Digits for vocabulary, and original poems by Hook's Troubadour. We've even got the 20-finger band with Snaps, Pinky, Bones, and of course, Rock Hansen himself. Now they'll be playing an original song on every show, and you are going to absolutely love them. I mean, come on, everybody loves a 20-finger band. In fact, they open every show with this little number of theirs. And boy, it is some kind of a doo-wop ditty. Hit it, Boz.
Oh, yeah.
We are the hands-on learning. That's what they call us, but we don't know why. We just open up our mouths and all the words come out while the big world keeps on turning. We are the all-American 20-finger band. Hands-on learning.
Let's get it started. Ha! Pure goodness for sure. And I bet you'll be singing along to it in no time flat. Matter of fact, you folks want to hear it again? Great. And let's see if maybe you can clap along and even sing a little bit to it this time. You know what to do, Boz.
We are the hands-on learning. That's what they call us, but we don't know why. We just open up our mouths and all the words come out while the big world keeps on turning. We are the all-American 20-finger band. Hands-on learning.
Let's get it started. That was just great. Yep, just like a super citizen.
What if we showed them how they're going to learn to be super citizens and what we're going to do to help make this world awesome?
What do you think? Are you ready to make the world awesome? Well, are you ready to make the world awesome? Well, that's exactly why we're here, and we are going to have a blast. We're going to laugh and sing and create and learn like never before. And at the end, you'll even get to meet a real-life hero and honor them with a torch pin, just like this one, at our Helping Hands graduation.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yep. So, let's get it started. And remember what we like to say at the end of every show. You gotta do good to be good. Now, I've gotta go get ready for a special surprise. But first, I need your help. Now, y'all raise your right hand like Lady Liberty does. Okay? Raise them high. Alright, now make a talking hand, just like me. Good. Nice. Okay. Now let's bring Miss Libby back out hands-on Liberty style. We're gonna yell Liberty a bunch of times and then cheer like crazy when she comes back out. Y'all ready? Okay, do it with me now. Liberty, 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 liberty.
Thank you. Are you guys so excited? Hey, you know what? That pen looks a lot like... That's right. Don't you think it's pretty? All right, I'm going to show it to you right here. And I can't wait for you to see it, too. This is what you're going to get to honor the hero that you choose with. It's a torch pen that looks just like me. You see, I symbolize the American dream. I symbolize opportunity and hope. And these are all the things we think the heroes that you choose to honor symbolize. And guess what? It's what you symbolize too. And since we're so excited to kick off the Super Citizen program in your schools today, we think it's a perfect time to honor the local heroes who have helped make this program possible. So right now, I'm going to introduce you to a very special Super Citizen. Her name is Miss Jana from the Liberty Learning Foundation. Give her a huge round of applause.
Thank you, Libby. Good morning. Wow, you guys look so fantastic sitting out there. We're so excited to be in Montgomery. You guys are awesome. Listen, Libby's come out here today and she's told you some crazy things, how long her nose is and her shoe size. But boys and girls, she taught us something very important today. And that's what she means to me, and that's what she means to you and everybody sitting in this beautiful theater. That's liberty. And what's the other word? Let me hear some freedom. Liberty and what? Perfect, perfect. So over the next few weeks, Mr. Palmer is going to be teaching you how to be our next great Americans. So you're going to be learning about great Americans that lived a long time ago and great Americans that are living right now. But you're going to be learning how to become our next great Americans. So there's 3 words I want to talk about, and I want you to really listen. The very first word is citizen. Boys and girls, this is so important. There's an old saying that says, your actions speak louder than your words. So that means what you do and how you treat others is much more important than what you say. So I'm looking at all these second graders, and boys and girls, you're looking at me, and you're listening, and you're being so respectful towards me. Do I have a bunch of super citizens right here in this house? Yes, I do. You already got number 1. Let's go to number 2. Our second word is community. Say it with me. Community. All right, let's talk about our communities. So your family is a community. Your school is a community, your classroom is a community, Montgomery is a community, the state of Alabama, and then it gets bigger and bigger and bigger, the whole United States of America. Boys and girls, when you give back to your community, and man, we've seen some examples here in the last couple of weeks of people who are giving back to their community. And you know why? Not because they want to be on television, and not because they want to be in the newspaper, because it's the right thing to do. So when our communities are strong, that means our whole country is strong. So let's talk about word number 3. This is the easiest one of all. It's appreciation. Can you say that? Say appreciation. Okay, I'm going to ask you a question, and you know the answer. I want you to scream it out. Listen. If I gave you a present, what would you say? Are you out of breath? Do you need to take a nap because you're so tired from saying thank you? No. Boys and girls, it's the easiest thing to do, and we want you to appreciate what others do for you. We want you to appreciate the community you live in, and we want you to appreciate the country that you live in. And I know you do that. So we've gone through all our 3 words. We're going to be super citizens, we're going to get back to our communities, and we're going to be appreciative. Boys and girls, there's some great Americans sitting right here in this auditorium. These are people that get up every morning and they come to your school because they believe in you and they want you to be the best you can be, and they want you to be our next great Americans. So I want every teacher to stand. And when I say 3, boys and girls, we're going to give them the biggest thank you we've ever heard. Teachers, y'all please stand. Boys and girls, look at your great Americans right here in your school. When I say 3, we're going to say thank you. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Awesome. Y'all are awesome. Thank you, teachers, for what you do. Also, boys and girls, I want you to look at this board. If we didn't have all these people, now these are people that give back to your community. That's what we've been talking about, super citizens. If it wasn't for these people, we couldn't be in Montgomery. And we're so glad we're here. So we're especially appreciative of the people on this board. So I think we have a little song to sing. Do y'all think so? Okay, well listen, I'm not a very good singer, so we got to get Libby back out here. So we're going to start really low. We're going to start like this. We're going to say, Libby, 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 Libby. Awesome, thank you.
Give Miss Jana a big round of applause. All right, guys, the whole mission of my tour is to make sure that you guys stay excited about learning and excited about being super citizens, and that continues long after my bus pulls away. Do you think you can stay excited? All right, well, I am so excited to see all that you do over the coming weeks. You are going to be great citizens. I want you to remember something. When I'm back home on my pedestal, I'm going to hold my torch a little bit higher, thinking about how every single one of you in this room today will help shape the future of our country. You are our next great Americans, right? All right, who wants to sing with me? Me. All right, awesome. I have some volunteers that are going to come up here and lead the song with me. If you know who you are, you can come on up here. I hope I say your names correctly. From Davis Elementary, I have Camarian and Jimmy. From Dozier, I have Samuel, Quentin, and Kinsley. Highland Gardens, I have Jada and Shakindra. And then Morning View, I have Yamaya and Keaton. And then Brubaker, Shania, Jamari, Detruna. You know who you are. Danley, I have Michaela, Jada, Kennedy, and Brantley. Give them a huge round of applause. What's up, guys? All right, I'm going to bring you all over here so you can be our big leaders. All right, so everyone can participate. Come on over here. Anytime we sing flame or light or torch, what do? Hold our torch high in the sky. With our right hand, you can put your flag in your hand. All right, let's do this. Miss Becky, I might need some help. Your torch high in the sky. Anytime we sing freedom, we cross our hands over our chest and open them up. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Freedom. And liberty is the same, except we make L's. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Liberty. And on the chorus, we point on only. Can keep the in the. Come on down here. Awesome. All right, we're going to get Mr. Palmer and the 20-finger band to help us out. Are you ready to give really loud? Awesome. Stand up for me. Let's stand up and do it.
Ladies and gentlemen,
try to make sure you're all seen.
super citizens
we can
of
see your
all
pretty
ages.
faces.
Get those
All
hands
right,
a clapping,
blocking you.
toes a tapping, and sing along with all your might to the 20-finger
Can we
band.
see everyone?
Democracy. Opportunity.
All right, clap with me.
Freedom. Citizen.
Citizen.
The United States of America.
All right, let me hear you. In the harbor she stands. Hold it up. Holding up her hand for everyone who lands in America. Every color, every name. Every color, every name. Chances are the same. That's why she holds her flame for America. Sing freedom.
Stands for freedom,
Liberty, that's the reason. Come on, guys.
we can live in harmony.
Only you can keep the you in the USA. USA. You can keep the you in the USA. much for being up here. You are great leaders. You can go back to your seats. You can go back to your seats.
Hey, everybody. You guys were amazing. Give yourselves a huge pat on the back. Right now. Everybody, give yourselves a pat on the back. I see some fabulous super citizens right here today. And we're so excited about as you move back into your classrooms that you begin learning all of these wonderful lessons that are going to help you become even better super citizens. My name is Becky Saunders, and I'm with the Liberty Learning Foundation. And as Ms. Jordan talked to you just a minute ago about showing appreciation, I want us to take just 1 minute before you leave today, and we're going to show our appreciation to some people who couldn't be here today, but they care about you so much, and they live right here in your community. And I want you to look at the screen up here. These are all of the people that made it possible for us to be here today, for Libby to be here today. Did you enjoy today? All right. Well, in a minute, I'm gonna call out some names of some really, really important people in your community that care so much about you. We have Jim Wilson and Associates. We have Alpha Insurance, Goodwin Mills Kaywood, Wells Fargo, the Malone Family Foundation, Guardian Credit Union, Trentham State Community College, Mayor Todd Strange, and the Montgomery City Council. We also have the Montgomery County Commissioners. We have the J.K. Louder Family Foundation. And all of these people, boys and girls, care about you and your community. So what we're going to do, when I say 3, we're all going to say a huge thank you so that wherever they are in our wonderful city of Montgomery, Alabama, they're going to hear us. Can we do it? Okay, here we go. What are we going to say? Okay, really loudly. 1, 2, 3. Great job. You guys were an incredible audience today. And now we're going to have somebody who's going to come up, and we are going to get you guys loaded on your buses, and we will see you soon, okay?